Recently I had somebody ask me about seeing two different drivers in the Australian V8 supercar series, and teammates in fact, and one of them consistently turned into the corner earlier than the other one. The other one turned in with a classic kind of late apex, late turn in, late apex kind of a corner, whereas the other one turned in a little earlier, had a slightly earlier apex, and yet they were both about the same speed, and if anybody had the advantage, it was the early apexer, which, hey, we've been taught many times that that's a bad thing. Here's the thing. That driver that turned in a little earlier uses the brakes, and I haven't seen this myself, but I've seen other drivers. Mario Andretti, Juan Montoya, they do tend to turn in slightly earlier. And what they do is they use the release of the brakes to help rotate the car. So even though they have a slightly earlier turn in, they get the car rotated so that both the apex of the corner, they're almost on that, merged in with that same late apex line. But they've been able to carry a slightly shallower, or actually less sharp, radius to the apex, and in doing that they're able to carry more speed to the apex and then pick up and match the late apex line from the apex on out of the corner. But they're using the brake release to help rotate the car on the entry there. And it's a really effective tool. Now, it's not something that you're going to go out there in your first few times on the track and practice, but it is something for you to be aware of. Is if you can use the brakes to kind of help rotate the car, sometimes you can have a slightly earlier turn in, and what that means is it's less of a really sharp kind of a squaring off of the corner, allowing you a little more corner entry speed and still being able to pick up the throttle where you would have had you had that later apex. Just another little subtlety for you more advanced drivers. Have fun.